Hi guys! When we are on semen retention, we deny spreading our energy through the lower channels, so to say, and hence we store up huge amounts of energy that we need to use and that we need to direct somewhere. There are some channels and methods given to us where we can cultivate the flow of our energy, and one of the channels being named is meditation. Today we will dive into a introducing level of meditation that we can start with, directing our energy towards that field. Coming from the other angle, it is to say that when you practice maybe meditation and you add semen retention to your meditation practice, it will increase thousandfold. The sages say there can no be substantial progress in meditation without Brahmacharya. So without semen retention you cannot enter completely new levels of meditation in your practice. These both go very much together and both of them profit from the other. Just to name the other ways of cultivating our energy, it is food. There are advices on food, some that we can intake to support our semen retention journey and others that we should avoid. To not focus our body too much on tastes, on pleasures and so on. So there are advices to this from the sages. There are general advices, of course, just things like how we should live. There are advices also in what we should dress to support our practice. And there are of course advices for consciously guiding our attention. These are very important. And at last but not least, there are also yoga exercises, so-called asanas, that support the semen retention journey while they help to transmute our sexual energy into higher frequent energies. It helps to transport the energy from the lower to the higher chakras, so to say. Meditation helps us focusing our mind. One thing that makes our journey much easier is not having our thoughts in the private parts of the ladies. Because if we have our thoughts there, our energy goes to our lower chakras, and then we have large problems staying away from the ladies, so to say. We really create our own urge if we have our thoughts in the lower fields. So, focusing our attention, very important aspect, and meditation helps with this a lot. As you will see in our first meditation level, we do not much more but actually guiding our attention. Meditation also helps us transcending the material world. It brings our focus away from the sense objects around us and also away from our own senses to our spiritual plane. This helps us a lot, shifting our focus onto the spiritual realm and bring via our attention our energy there. And then, really practically, meditation, and this meditation in particular, helps us silencing the senses. There is this picture used by many swamis that we sit on a chariot that's driven by 5 horses, and these 5 horses are our senses. And the thing is, most people sit in the chariot and the 5 horses rein on the direction on where the chariot goes. If there's maybe a ice shop on the corner, a sense gets attracted to it and drives our chariot there. we end up buying ice cream there, eating it, and falling prey to short-term pleasure. And then on the next corner, of course, there may be the beautiful ladies. We might stop over there and wasting our energies there, and so on and so on. So the picture is, and the clue is, of course, to reign over the 5 horses and to set the direction where our chariot goes ourselves. And meditation in general helps us silencing these horses. Very important. So we have these 3 major aspects where meditation in general and these one that I will show in a minute especially help us on our journey. So how do we proceed practically? So have a seat and have your back free, like here. Don't lean onto something, so you can have a free flow of energy along your back. Your back is full of meridians and we don't want to create any blockage there by leaning onto something. You can sit on a chair, of course. I would consider this more a adapted version or a beginner's version maybe. But you can also sit more classically on the floor, for example in Virasana. In Virasana, have the knees closed and your toes pointing back. The knees are bent and you should sit uplifted. So having your hips above knee level is highly recommended. Then you lay your active hand in your passive hand. So if your left hand is your active hand, you lay your left hand in your passive hand and let it sink on your thighs. And then you set a clock. I would recommend to start with a rather short period of time, maybe 5 minutes, maybe even 10 minutes. You set a clock and then you breathe in, you breathe out and you close your eyes. Having the eyes closed, all you do is you focus on your breath. You might go with your attention to some place where you feel your breath, maybe in your nostrils, maybe in your throat, maybe also in your lungs. You go with your attention there and you observe the breath. You observe every inhale and every exhale. And while doing so, you use a very simple mantra and you say to yourself, let go. While you breathe in, you say let. And while you breathe out, you say silently to yourself, go. All the words you speak silently to yourself. You remain unmoved while practicing this breathing in, let, breathing out, go, let, go. This is all you do for the time period that you set. And your first task here is to maintain your focus on these 2 words and your breath. Basically, you focus on these 2 words. Let go, let go. 5 minutes long, let go. You train your focus to be consistently on the words you silently say to yourself. That's the thing. That's how you start focusing your energy, focusing your attention with these beginner level meditation. You do this until the clock rings, then you breathe in, you breathe out, you open the eyes, you stop the clock, and then you are finished. When you are in Virasana, you might come on all fours, stretching one leg, then the other leg, because the legs might hurt a bit when you stretch them out. They might fall asleep or becoming a little bit numb or so. This is completely normal. As you get used to the practice, this will become better. But nonetheless, these tingling or so sensations that you create during this are not alarming. They are just there, just observe them and recognize them. They are nothing bad. So all you do is focusing your attention here. And while this being a very simple form of meditation, you already can have great progress with this exercise. You can already achieve levels where you create an inner space, where you have a beautiful attention, where you really get a soft and maintainable attention and presence here. And this also will be reflected in your daily life already, because it's very simple but already powerful. Once you manage to maintain it, you can shift to the next level meditation, but you always need this level to come back to it in case of you get thrown away on the higher levels. So start with this one. I will make a video on the next level meditation also. So I would like, if you follow the account, please leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, and yeah, good success with your meditation and your overall semen retention journey. Good luck. See you next time.